Welcome.
All right. Welcome to Nobody That's Watching.
Welcome to the windiness of this.
It is pretty windy, and my allergies are already like really crazy.
I know.
And I'm like, by the time I leave, it's gonna look like someone's like punched me in the face.
But if I did just now. and we can go in, but the dog is crying.
No, it's fine. It's actually nice out.
It is.
Compared to the hell that it was today.
It's gonna be 150.
Yeah.
On Monday.
So this lady, she was. It doesn't feel like 93 though. It feels a little cooler. Wind. Yeah. This lady was at my work today, and they were from San Diego, and they came in just to do the ballet intensive.
Yeah.
And she's like, she has like a Polish accent, so it's kind of hard to understand her. But she was like, "How do you live here? How do you live here?" She's so serious.
She's like,
and I go, "Where are you from?" And she goes, "San Diego." And I went like this, like
I want to move in with
like
you.
And so she was like telling me like where they lived, and it was, where did she live? Where do they live?
By La Jolla.
No, it wasn't La Jolla. It wasn't Coronado. It was near Coronado. Where in the world did she say she lived? Now that's gonna drive me crazy.
Right. So now I have to pull up all this up in San Diego. Which is my hometown, by the way, if anyone wants to know.
But I was like, she told me, and I was like,
Del Mar?
No, because that's where we just went.
Chula Vista, La Mesa. It's not Santee.
No, it's like on the coast. Like they live on the coastline.
Oh, well, there's Encinitas, Oceanside, Carlsbad.
I feel like she lives more in the Solana area. Or wait,
Solano Beach?
No, is she? I don't know. Let me see real quick.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling like it was like around Coronado. It's not that far.
Well, I know it wasn't National City or Santee.
I don't know that. It wasn't La Jolla.
Well, there's a couple other little towns, I thought.
It wasn't Torrey Pines.
Oceanside or Ocean Beach is down there too.
Yeah. I feel like it is Solana Beach, the Solana Beach area.
Hey guys, hi, welcome.
Hi.
Oh, is this our Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty.
Scotty, I put that in the mail today. I can prove it. Wait, I won't because it'll show your address.
Oh, shoot. This is where she lives.
Cardiff by the Sea.
Yes.
It is amazing.
That's where they live. Cardiff by the Sea.
Yeah.
And I was literally just like dying with envy.
It's like Carmel in the Pines.
Yes. And so I was like, oh my God, I so love that area. And she's like, it's so expensive. It's very expensive. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know. You get like a 1-bedroom apartment for $1 million there.
Yeah,
like I've been looking.
I gotta go.
I have houses and apartments emailed to me all day long. And like, it'll be like 2-bedroom, 2-bath near the ocean. And I'm like, how much is that? $2 million. I'm like, oh. I'm like, fantastic.
Hey, Scotty, do you have any Parachat questions? Like, does anyone else on have any, like, topics they want to talk about or questions about anything?
We'll do, like, a Q&A today, but we have one subject we want to talk about, but we were going to open it up to, like, a Q&A kind of thing.
Yeah, just to see if you guys, I mean, I know you, like, sit and silently watch us. Like,
that's
not
so
creepy at all.
It's not creepy.
It's not creepy.
It's not creepy at all.
No, we're watching you back. At least I am.
That was so scary. I was so scared.
Speaking of scared, we got some creep-tastic stuff.
Creep-tastic is a good word for what we had going on here.
Man.
I don't even know where to begin.
I don't either. I'm gonna let you do it though, because I don't know where I'm gonna start.
I just I didn't know where I was gonna be. So we had.
I know. Me too.
So we had a case that we were going on, and we were called in to kind of poke around someone's home, And we did. And we went there not really knowing kind of what was going to be in store, but kind of having idea. So the idea that we had in our head was we had to be going a little bit more serious than we normally do. Sometimes we are goofy. And so we went in a little bit more, taking a little bit more serious and kind of like really protecting ourselves and grounding ourselves with all of our own ways we do that. And which is always so interesting to me. Literally, it's like going into battle.
It is. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, by the way, we didn't introduce ourselves.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Wait, hang on. Stop.
Wait.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Heather.
I'm Michelle.
And we're the founders of East Valley Paranormal. Okay. So, anyway, so... I'm going to start rewrite. No, I was kidding. So, we went in and we were like kind of walking around for a while, and honestly we were there for probably like a half an hour, and some of us like weren't feeling, like I was not feeling anything besides hot because there was no air.
Well, and I think that was part of why it maybe didn't hit us like it normally does.
It was so hot in there. I was like, gross. And so, but we went in there and they had the most adorable cats. I could not focus because I just wanted to free the cats, and be like, go run, play, be free. So they're so cute, and I just wanted to pick them up.
She really did.
And
it's true.
And so
she was so distracted.
We go in and we're not really feeling stuff. We did like a grid. We did like a audio recording first, and then we did the grid. We called out. It was like quiet, except for when we went to the back bedrooms. It was stuffy.
Was Scotty there for that live?
I don't think so.
Okay. I was just wondering if you were actually there.
Scotty, were you there for that live? I don't think many people were there. We went on a little
Saturday
later.
Night.
It was, yeah, and it was late.
It was late. Late Saturday night.
It was pretty late.
I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's fine. I was trying to think, like, who was all there. There was 12 people there, but everybody was, like, super quiet. But if they're on Facebook, I know they can comment if they're on Facebook. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was, like, 12 people there, but they were all just, like, very quiet. So, we're kind of, like, walking around, and we're, like, kind of like, I don't know if I feel anything. Like, it just was, like, to us, it seemed kind of dead. And then Michelle at one point says, well, I'm going to go ahead and sage the place. And so she starts talking about saging the place. And all of a sudden, it was around this time, we had this flashlight on this table.
It was the grid. It's the grid flashlight.
Yeah, the grid flashlight. It, like, all of a sudden it hits the floor so hard. And we're like... It, like, freaked out.
That did for a sec. When that car went by. Weird.
So, it was, like, ending the broadcast. I was like, wait, what? It was very weird. So, we hear it hit the floor, and a lot of us, like, we just turned and started running towards that room. Because, you know, when we hear danger, we run towards it.
We do.
So, we're like, we get in there, and we're like, what the hell was that? And then all of a sudden, I see the grid flashlight, not just, like, on the ground, like, dropped, like, kind of, like, not super far,
it was
but
like 3 feet.
Yeah, 3
away
feet
from where we were.
And then we were like, well, maybe the cats jumped down there and, like, hit it, and it rolled off. And so Michelle puts the flashlight on the table and tries to roll it. Well, there's a big button on it, and it, like, just stops, and we're like, oh. Like, literally our faces were like,
Yeah, and that was the first sign that something was amiss.
It was
that really
kind of
was
funny, actually.
It was like, oh, you're leaving? Oh, here. Let me throw something at you.
Let me throw something. And so it was really weird, and we were like, oh my gosh. And, like, earlier that day, there was a child's toy that was sort of the same thing happened in that same area. And so I didn't think about that until Michelle brought it up. She was like, hey, this is the same area the toy was, like, thrown today. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy. So anyway, we got back, and we were like, because we got back like at 2:30, 2 o'clock. No, it was like 1:30.
Yeah, we didn't even go over there until late.
It was late.
10.
we get home, it's like 1:30, and we're like, oh, we're too tired to like do anything. And then we came upstairs, and we're like, you know, like we normally do, like, well, let's just process this. Let's just process this audio.
We'll just process it, go to bed.
And like as we're processing it, we're realizing that there's like all kinds of like sounds on there, and we're like, huh? And then we're listening more, and there's just tons of EVPs. And then we were like, what? We thought it was dead.
There's EVPs on the live recording.
Yeah. If you go back and watch our live, you will hear EVPs on our
our freaking live.
Our fluffin' live stream. Just saying.
You will hear EVPs. I know what, at 36, 36?
30, yeah, around 36
somewhere around
36 minutes or
36,
something, or 35 minutes or 36 minutes.
Yeah,
there's one.
There's something we can't tell what it's saying. So if you can figure it out.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, if you guys go on and listen to it and like let us know what it says, because we listened to it quite a bit and we were like, what the heck? You can hear a man talking.
It definitely has that EVP quality to
it.
That
and it's male, I think.
It is.
It's like it sounds kind of gruff.
It is.
I mean, I guess it could be a gruff female, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Our cat, the cat's down there. So
I know this one was.
So we were so shocked to hear, like, to see all these EVPs. Well, then, like, maybe, like, I don't know, like 15 minutes into that, JD, one of our team members, emails us photos. And at the time, I didn't open them because we were wrapping up. We were kind of like doing audio, and I was like, well, I'll take a look at them in the morning. And then I woke up in the morning and I forgot about it. And then I was like, oh my God, I got to open those photos. And I opened them up and I was shocked. And we actually haven't released those photos yet, which we will. But he captured 2 photos that were like phenomenal. And I was like, oh my God, these are really great photos. And then cut to yesterday, we were on the fireside chat with Dana and Greg Newkirk, and they did it for their Paranormal Museum. And we were watching on Facebook, and we were kind of like just, you know, hanging out at our normal haunting spot. And we were just like, well, we'll just throw like a recorder in there and just kind of like record as we're watching Dana and Greg, and yeah, just hanging out, asking them questions. They're super cool. And so I find a recording on my phone that I forgot that I did. We didn't even process that audio. It was when Michelle was saging the place. And now I really want to process that.
You recorded it for audio purposes?
Yeah. I didn't record it.
Freaking little thing.
I just hit record. I just hit video record because I was like too lazy to go get my recorder. And I had my phone in my hand. So I just hit record. So I was walking around with my phone. And if anybody watches my live stream, sometimes you realize that I forget that I'm actually live streaming or holding a camera because I'm like, hey, oh my God. Like, woo. So I have my phone in my hand.
It's like Blair Witch Project.
It is. And so I have my phone in my hand and I'm like walking around the place, like talking, you know, and like, you know, being obnoxious because that day I don't want to talk. I had gum in my mouth and I don't want to talk about it. Because I forgot I had gum in my mouth.
There's a rule from now on that we don't chew gum.
The whole live stream. Because when I get in, like, when I was like intense, I like start going like, I'm like chomping really hard. You hear me chomping so hard the whole time I'm in there, like, because I'm kind of like, it's hot and I'm agitated and just like, anyway. So I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's all I'm going to talk about. Anyway, so as I'm moving the camera around like a dingus, like I'm viewing it, and all of a sudden I see this like weird face, like come into frame and come out, and I was like, what? So I like rewind it back, and now I'm going like frame by frame.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about
it. And I was like, what? And I'm like, what?
Oh, you guys.
What? And so I go.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
And I go.
Get full goosebumps.
I go. Ugh. What the hell is this? And I hand it to her, and
full chills.
She looks at it and goes, and then just as she does that, of course the closet clicks on, you know, because that's notorious, our closet. And so we're all like,
oh my God, it's fully with
so
me now.
Funny.
I'm so creeped out.
And
I'll show
my
you.
hair's like blowing my face.
We'll show you if you can see
my nose.
it. Can they?
Yeah, I don't know if you can be able to like see it. I posted it on our Instagram and on our Twitter. And it's like, it's so intense. It's so intense.
It is. I can't. I'm looking right at it, and I'm like, oh,
it's so gross.
just so okay.
It's
Well,
so
I sent it
gross.
to Anne, and I said,
What did she say?
I said, I'm still gonna send you this creepy picture. Is it okay to send you this creepy picture? Because
Yes.
it's a creepy fucking picture.
It's creepy.
So before you show somebody, you gotta be like, I'm gonna warn you. This is gonna mess you up. I did say the F word. I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyway.
Sorry, Haps. We're
So
never
sorry.
gonna be on broadcast of the
Never.
week.
We're never. So I said it to her. She goes, wait, what? WTF? She goes, is it a creepy little kid squatting in the corner? And I'm like, yes.
Literally, like, I think it's more creepy because, like, I'm, like, just walking around like a dum-dum, not even noticing that this thing is, like, 3 feet away from me, and I'm like, chomp, 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 let's go, get some ghosts. Like, I'm not that bright. So, anyway.
So, here's the...
Blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
Okay, so it's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Just warning you. It stopped perfectly, like, at the part where it's the creepiest.
Ugh.
Do we see?
That's so gross.
It's so creepy. And I looked, so I've gone back through this video, like, so slow.
Uh-huh.
And the way it presents itself with the black on that side, it does the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's like, ugh.
It's not nice.
It's not. We did get lots of bitch you're next.
Yeah.
I've already said that, Mom. I'm going to throw a BA word out there, too.
Yeah, so a lot of the audio is like, bitch, you're next. And like, what else did it say? I'm going to get you, or I see you.
Oh.
JD heard I see you at one point. And then we haven't like fully processed it with headphones.
We have so much data that it's going to take a while, which is good because it's really, this was an investigation into...
Consider we haven't finished the stuff from our last one.
No, we have not.
We've been busy.
We have.
But I mean, it's so hard not to want to like dive into this one, especially like when you start getting like pictures and like...
Right. And we're organizing. So
and EVPs on the live stream.
On the live stream, you got... Yeah. It was nuts. It was nuts.
I can't believe it. Like if you guys watch our live stream, and I don't know how long it is. I think we cut it like at 45 minutes. It's pretty long, but I think the first EVP we hear really, there is a one that's like kind of like, what is that? Like kind of close in the beginning, but like the really, really good one is like either 35 or 36 minutes in. Somewhere around there. Or like just stop at like 30 minutes in and then just watch it 30 minutes into the end because they kind of like creeped in every once in a while. But I am floored. Like, I can't believe we got EVPs on our live stream.
Right.
Like, this is something I never even
thought
that was possible.
And you're going to hear no less than 5 times, at least, most of us say, I don't feel anything.
I don't feel anything. Yeah.
I don't feel anything.
It's weird, because usually we walk
into
a place.
But what did they say when I said we're going to sage the place?
They said something, but we
still haven't figured out what it... Let's process it.
She goes, let's sage the shit out of this place. And it was like...
Yeah,
was not happy.
There was a response.
It was not happy we were going to do that. And so there was a definite response. So,
well, it is when we lit the sage and started saging that the flashlight flew off. The
flashlight threw out, yeah.
And we tried to look back and see what we were talking about. It wasn't that, it was the sage. It was just the sage. Plain the sage.
Because I really thought it would happen before the sage.
Yeah.
And then after going back, I'm like, oh my God, it was when we lit the freaking sage. And walked to that back room. The back room is effed up.
I thought we did put those pictures today. Or were there more that I
so the pictures are on TikTok.
Okay.
The pictures are on TikTok. Thanks for reminding me. But I haven't put them on Instagram yet because I'm going to post them like one at a time. But I just posted the creepy little person.
Yeah.
On like Twitter and Instagram and all that, and Facebook.
Yeah,
but on TikTok is all of the pictures.
Yeah, TikTok has, and it's pretty compelling, you guys. Like,
we could probably pause it.
Yeah, we can. All right.
Okay, pause. There you go.
Okay, so here's one photo.
What is that? Look at that. What is that, you guys? It's not a lens
Everything
flare.
is clear. So, to look at this photo, everything in the photo is clear. This is definitely not a lens flare because I know we have comparison shots from before this photo.
Yeah.
So, and this one is a little more difficult to see, but I can't get my brain wrapped around it.
This one's really weird.
So what we have is
a
black shadow mask, but it's got these dots in it. So it's like full of orbs or something. Do you see that? And it's got a definitive edge.
It has a definitive shape almost now that I'm looking at it like this.
Yeah, you look at it like this and it...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Koopa creepy.
It kind of looks like a person.
It kind of does, but I feel like...
But I think my eyes are matrixing it.
It might be. Pareidolia.
Either way, it's definitely a shadow. Like a big black mass. And we had been taking pictures in that room before.
You know, creepy little fucker right there. Oh, I said the F word again. I'm really sorry.
That wasn't me.
I'm really sorry.
I've been very good at
she
not
really
doing it.
Has. She has.
I'm pretty proud of myself.
I know. She's good.
But anyway, so we definitely caught more than we thought. We kind of were like, at first we were kind of walking away, sort of bummed.
Well, but there were personal experiences also because I got really, really sick.
Yeah.
Like a real huge wave of like, it's a familiar sick. It's a just leave.
Yeah.
Illness. It's spirit can do this to us. And I got really sick, and then it like washed completely away from me, and then it hit her.
Yeah. Like I was like, "Are you okay? Maybe you drink some water." She was like, "Okay, first of all, it was like 90 degrees in there. Michelle's in there drinking coffee," and I was like, and she's like, "This, it's so hot."
I might have done that.
It's so.
I was
hot.
so tired though.
It's so hot. Let me drink my hot coffee.
That's what they do in England. They do that in the back in the.
But so we were like giving her crap. We were like, "Why don't you drink some water?" Like, and then, so she was like, "I don't feel good." And I'm like, "Well, maybe it's because you're drinking hot coffee and it's freaking hot." It was so hot in there. So she was explaining it, and I thought, "Man, she's probably getting dehydrated. We gotta get out of here." And then I walked past her and walked into the hallway, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, I don't feel good." I was like,
she's like, "This sucks," and it was my symptoms, but I didn't have them anymore.
And then by the time we were like kind of wrapping up, I mean, JD couldn't wait to get out of there. He was like running out of that place. He was like, "I can't take it in here anymore." It just was so hot. It was just like, you were like, ugh.
It was crazy, but I don't know if JD did, but I know that we each had like some sort of preparatory dream that universe sent us before we went. Like we didn't know what we were up against, but they kind of warned us a little bit.
Yeah, I still don't understand it, but
I don't either. But I wonder if that's the moving teddy bear that I saw in the dream. Like if that's because it was so small.
I don't know. There were stuffed animals all over that place, actually, like hidden all over.
There were, yeah.
It was kind of weird, and they had creepy dolls.
Yes,
I always love a good creepy doll, guys.
I love the creepy doll.
But they were kind of
earlier
creepy.
In the day. I did in that same room where those photographs were taken that we just showed you. I had seen a shadow figure pass behind her while we were talking earlier in the day. So, like I knew there was stuff going on in there, but I don't know. It was the place where not the homeowner, I'm sorry, not the homeowner, but the person who lived there felt cozy and safe and comfortable.
Well, because Michelle was even like, Michelle does readings, so she had offered her a reading just so that she can kind of get her brain wrapped around the situation of what we were going into. And which, if you need a reading, you can book one at broomstickbodega.com.
You can.
But
yeah, for sure.
So, but she went in there, and so she was like, I was in the room, and she feels like that's her safe place. Man, I tell you, I felt uncomfortable just in that room, and across the hallway into the son's the son's room. So I wasn't too great in there, but it was like a very
Yeah, she never felt comfortable in that home. Like, it was sort of, I don't know, I guess thrust upon her. Like, she entered into a relationship with someone.
Yeah.
And the house came with it. And then the house stayed with it when the kids were there.
Yeah, we had some, like, we didn't know much history about the home, but enough to go in and kind of, like, call out and do some calling. And if you watch the live stream, you'll see us kind of call a couple people's names, or maybe just one. I can't remember if we just did one.
I think it's just one that was.
But, you know, after listening to the audio,
I don't even think it was that one is even
oh
there.
my God, I don't think
that one is even there.
There was a conversation between a man and a woman at one point. She was very quiet, and it was very hard to hear. And then he was a little bit more loud. But, you know, I think this is the first time we've caught EVPs. This is going to sound stupid. We caught really clear EVPs that we couldn't understand what they were saying. Like, we could hear it, like, audibly so loud.
It's like a conversation in another room. It's just
yeah.
The consonants are cut off or something, and you just can't understand what they're saying.
And you're like, oh my gosh, these are so loud, but what the hell are they saying? Especially during the live stream one. Oh my gosh, if any of you guys seriously watch the live stream and you guys can tell us what it's saying, we would be so grateful, because we honestly, like, we kept rewinding it and playing it and rewinding it, and we're like, what is it saying? So
there were 3 or 4 different things that we caught on the live stream, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
And we actually didn't watch the whole live.
We didn't, but I do think we should probably
watch the rest of the audio and video
that
we have.
I think because it is video that we can process it.
We have IR footage too.
We haven't even looked at the IR footage or the Sony footage.
We haven't looked through all of our footage.
We're so busy and tired, you guys, like, for real, but it's so exciting, and it's creeping people out. And I kind of am proud. I'm proud of the creep factor.
Yeah, I felt bad. Like,
I have not been scared. I have not been scared. Yesterday. Was it day before yesterday?
Yesterday. It was last night.
I don't get creeped out, you guys. I don't get creeped out. I've dealt with this stuff my whole entire life. I've talked to spirit. I've seen dead people. I've talked to dead people. I don't get creeped out.
Yeah, Scotty, watch the replay and let us know if you hear, like, if you can figure out what it says.
Please, yeah. No, it's okay. No, that really scared me. Like, that got me. And every time I think about it fully, my whole body head to toe gets total chills. Even now. Even right now, I'm like, that little creepy.
I'm, like, becoming desensitized to stuff, because I was like, ugh. That's why, like, my reaction was like, what is this?
Yeah, it was creepy.
And then I posted it, and then right away we had someone comment, like, something like, oh my God, that gave me chills, or oh my gosh, that freaked me out, or something.
No, it was the full body chills, just like me. I'm telling you.
Yeah, someone, like, posted that, like, on a comment, like, oh my gosh, this really freaked me out, or gave me the chills, or I don't remember what they said. It was like our first post, our first comment on Instagram. And I was like, oh, now I feel bad, because
we should warn
it is
people.
creepy. It is creepy when you're, like, watching it. So today I showed my boss too, and she was like totally like, Heather. She goes, why do you do this? I was like, I don't know, because I like
Heather.
She looked at it and she goes, Heather. Her facial expressions cracked me up. It's like today when I was supposed to be done at 12. I was supposed to be done working at 12, and it was 1. And she goes like this, are you leaving? And I go, yeah. And she goes like this. And I knew it wasn't leaving. She goes, okay, we'll come outside because I need to get some. I was like, okay. But she has this look on her face the whole time. I showed her these pictures, and like the black mask one, she goes, well, that's not right. I was like, she was so funny. But I will post them on Instagram. I just haven't yet. I haven't yet on purpose. I kind of wanted to, like, post them throughout the week just because
totally.
I would be so busy that I was like, I don't have time to post content, so I curated content for the week that I can just post really quickly in the morning. Ooh. But it was a trip, and I don't know. We're still kind of waiting to hear back. We were supposed to do a barbershop near town. They canceled. They had like an event.
Yeah, we'll just reschedule.
It was have to reschedule it, but I'm very excited actually to do that. But I was kind of bummed they canceled because I was like actually really looking forward to doing that. I was like,
I guess they were at the venue late though. I saw they were still.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't have made it here, but like yeah.
So, but I would like to go back. You know, we haven't really disclosed where our last one was or this past one, but.
Well, the last one we'll never disclose. Actually,
yeah,
that was a private home, and we will never disclose where that is at all.
But the other one we haven't really disclosed. We haven't really talked to them and done the reveal and stuff like that. And that one is really fascinating. Actually, I can't wait to like do the reveal for you guys because just the history alone is just badass. Like it's just so cool.
Yeah, it was really great, and we've got a lot of really good data. Like specific situations that happened that we've got like backup on, like the little meter that turns red is called
EMF meter.
Thank you. I keep wanting to call it a K2. What the heck's a K2? Anyway, EMF reader lights up, at a specific moment when we're asking a question about, something.
That was really cool.
And when we feel like things happening, there's a corresponding EVP.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm literally
that investigation was super fun. It was really fun. That was a fun place. I don't think there's anything crazy in there. I think it's just like all residual pretty much. And I mean, like there was a couple intelligent answers here and there, but I think they're just hanging. Like, I don't think there's no harm, no foul.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no harm, no foul, but I do feel like it's active.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they keep it happy. Like, they keep the energy happy. Because those kind of folks that lived there before and had a business there before, they would have preferred things calm.
Yeah.
And very chill. So, yeah, then they keep it very calm and chill in there. And that's what I think that it just, like, everything is very symbiotic. Like,
but even in there's like it's like a separation, like there's space. So like the front of the space is like totally different than the back, right? So when you're in the front and then you walk through the back, through like the threshold of the back area, the whole demeanor changes of the building. It's really weird. It almost feels like you're in a different building. It's very strange.
Yeah, it almost feels like you walk downhill into the back.
Yeah, even though it's not. It just
not
feels
downhill,
that way.
but it does feel like when you walk back there that you're walking decidedly downhill.
Yeah, it's a lot heavier in the back area, but I had a recorder in the front, and I was catching EVPs on recorder in the front, where we were like, there's nothing up here. It feels great. Right. And then we caught EVPs, but it's real wispy whispers. It's like kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of street noise, so it's really hard to decipher, like, was that a car? Was that, you know what I mean? Was that the light rail? I mean, you could hear the light rail, but just anything like that. But there was a couple like whispers on that, so I want to use my headphones to definitely take a look at that for sure. Because it's noisy out here today.
Well, it's a big truck. Flipping AUV down there, and then we got. Yeah, everybody's like,
this place is always hopping.
It is. It's downtown, though.
My allergies are killing me. But, yeah, so, we had a great time, and this last location was super crazy. Crazier than we thought. We actually, I left kind of bummed out. I was like, man, it wasn't that good. That wasn't that scary. I was going to be like, I was worried. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's why we put a viewer discretion on our thing. Right. Because I wasn't sure what we were going to get.
Well, and the energy in there earlier in the day, I saw the shadow already, so I knew that was there. And then I could feel this very angry person. Very angry. Fist shaking in my face and everything kind of energy. So.
And just the details that the person that lives there was telling us that, she's been sort of like tormented by this thing, whatever, I was like, man, we're going into this. We're going to be live streaming. I don't know. I'm
It's
like,
actually, yeah.
better put a viewer discretion on this just in case.
And
like,
we might later actually discuss with her doing an investigation in that home while she's there.
I think that's going to be super weird. And because, when there's air conditioning.
Yeah. And I feel like
holy hell.
Well, because some people are batteries for situations. And we feel like she might be a battery for the situation.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not a judgment or a bad thing. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. Like, I think a lot of people go through it. If you're vulnerable, and you're susceptible and you're suffering already, and you open yourself up to things like chronic alcohol use, chronic drug addiction, things can resonate inside of you, or at least closely alongside of you.
Well, and plus she's been in that location for a while, and it's used to her. You know what I mean? Like, it's comfortable. It's kind of like our little haunted spot that we always investigate in. I think the reason why we get some of the stuff we do is because it doesn't like us, because we've met, and it was like, hey, I don't like you people, and it lets us know all the time. Which we're gonna be.
They didn't really like us at this last place either. So
no, why they don't like us? Actually,
do we seem like bad people to you guys?
I mean, like, how do they gotta call us a bitch all the time? Like,
why always?
Every time I'm starting to get a complex. Like,
why always?
Like,
I'm like, for always.
I would like to hear a spirit say, "Listen, ladies.
Listen, ladies.
I am not very fond of you right now.
I'm very uncomfortable with your presence.
Will you please exit the building?"
I wish we have been asked to leave, please. Leave this place. I think is what happened in the Nile.
Yeah, leave this place. That was actually...
It was very polite.
It was very polite.
Take off?
Maybe not so polite. Having children to tell you to take off? Very hurtful.
Have y'all caught up with all those creepy course of kids EVPs yet?
If you haven't, check it out on YouTube.
Good night, Scotty.
Good night, Scotty.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out, it's on YouTube. The Chorus of Children. That's telling us what to do. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure we really got the message. Like, everybody together.
Yeah. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Get out.
It almost sounds like she does one of those tap things.
It's so weird.
Like taps, and then everybody does it. It's so weird.
It's so strange. But the one, our favorite haunt, I will call it the favorite haunt with himself. We've nicknamed him himself. We probably will release those audio recordings and that evidence on Patreon.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because they are pretty graphic and pretty violent.
They're not allowed on Haps. I guarantee they're not allowed on Haps.
No, they're not. No.
No, I think we got a couple of C-bombs in there too. Times. So, yeah, we're not.
So, we'll probably put that on our Patreon. We're going to start putting content on our Patreon starting, next
very
week
soon.
or
so. Very soon.
And start building that content. The more violent, kind of aggressive content will probably go on Patreon. So, and honestly, even just like the live stream that we did 2 nights ago, I honestly thought, like, man, I don't know if this, like, we were live streaming and I was so nervous to live stream it. So I was like putting like warnings everywhere because I was like, I don't know what we're going to get. I'm hearing like poltergeist activity and people are getting hurt. And I'm like, I don't know. And I have a lot of kids on my Instagram pages.
Well, and that is pretty creepy stuff.
It's creepy.
It's creepy. Like, it affects you when you look at it.
And I don't want any, like, kids watching it. Of course, I put it, like, on there, like, viewer discretion advised. Like, nobody, like, children shouldn't really watch this. And then, of course, I put it on there. And then, like, I start seeing kids following our page.
Like, 20,000 kids are like,
oh
my God, it's creepy and we're not supposed to see it.
Yeah. So I'm like, crap. I'm like, whoops-a-daisy. Any kids will do the opposite of what I tell them to do. So I should have known that. I should have said, like, definitely watch this. This is homework. And you're going to be quizzed on it.
I think it's so funny that I don't even know how I haven't really watched a live stream of one of the investigations yet that we've done. But I wonder like if it portrays how it actually ends up being. Like, does it come across as like a creepy event, or does it only come across as a creepy event when we realize the evidence we caught was like, wow, okay, they don't like us.
Yeah, they have a disliking for us.
One of them did say I missed you though. It was super clear.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because we listened to the recording and then we listened to the pre-scrubbed recording to try to figure out where it came from.
Which investigation was this?
It was this last one.
Oh, weird.
I'm pretty sure. Unless it was the one
that.
before. It's written in the book.
Yeah.
It was
I have
3
a
in the
memory
morning.
of a baby. I don't remember anything anymore. I have COVID brain.
It was really late. It was really, really, really,
yeah,
really late.
It was late, and we've done so many, not close together, but kind of, that I'm like, wait, what did we do?
Yeah, they're pretty close together.
Where were we? But it's been fun. Like, I'm super excited to do more, and we have 2 more leads that 3 actually, but we are gonna kind of catch up, because we need to catch up right now.
Yeah,
but
we do.
And get some content out and like get the full videos and reveals and do all that stuff. So we do need to do that. But I wouldn't mind, like Michelle said, going back and doing the one we just did with air, and with more like I don't know, with like more experiments like in mind, like what to do, because I think like we got in there and it was such a small space. Like, I don't know how you felt, but I felt very overwhelmed just by the lack of space.
The
and
house
the
is
heat.
being renovated, so it was full of a lot of things, but also on top of it being full of a lot of things, it was just really difficult to move from room to room where there was not tile being replaced.
Yeah. It was just kind of like a very confined space, and when you're in a confined space with like 3 people and 3 adorable cats.
3 adorable cats.
And then like it's super hot. Like it was just really hard to like stay focused.
I think we did pretty good though. You did good, because I know the heat messed you up pretty bad, and I know it does me too. But you did really good.
I didn't really get hot until like the end. Like, I was okay for a while, but as like we got into like an hour and 15 minutes, I was like, ugh, gross. I don't like this anymore.
Right.
But I think if we went back and like had like a little bit more space maybe, or just the air even being on would be good, so we can like stay focused, and then go back with, I would like to go back in and experiment. I don't even want to touch the garage or the kitchen area or the bathroom area. I want to do the front room and then the back bedroom.
Yeah, there's 2 bedrooms.
Literally just camp out in that back bedroom.
Small house.
It is.
It's a 2-bedroom house.
Yes.
It's very small.
It's really small.
But it's this weird thing that I noticed a lot of haunted houses I've been in have, and that's pass-throughs. 2 doors in a room, like entering and exiting, making a loop. I have noticed that that's a thing. At least houses that. Like because my friend with the Adobe that someone walked up next to me while I was laying down sleeping. That house had that whole thing too. Where you
that happened to you at the other night when you were sitting on the couch.
Yeah,
that was weird too. We've had some weird shit, guys. But yeah, if you want to check it out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. YouTube has more videos like all put together. But all of our lives are either on Haps or Twitter or Facebook. A lot of our pictures are on Instagram. We kind of like spread it out, and I try to do different content for each social media platform, sort of, so it's not the same thing all the time. And then TikTok is way different because it's TikTok, it's all TikToked out. And but yeah, if you're on any of those platforms, follow us. And if you want to become a subscriber to our Patreon to see the content that we're talking about, the more nastier stuff, we have a Patreon page that just started. We'll be loading content on that. We have 3 different tiers, and they all range from like free stickers and to private investigations, private tarot readings, Ouija board sessions, merch of the month kind of thing, EVP merch of the month, and question and answers, behind the scene footage, stuff like that.
Polls,
so
private Facebook page.
Private Facebook pages that we'll do investigations at our private page just for our Patreon people. We'll do tarot readings on our Facebook page just for the Patreon people, stuff like that. And I think that it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to do content for Patreon. So
Can we go live on Patreon?
Yeah, that's what I think they did last night.
Because I can do live readings on Patreon.
Yeah. Like we could do them on the Facebook page too.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We could, because I mean, yeah, that's kind of easy to do. Honestly.
Yeah, and we can even do things like do drawings and stuff like that. Even to do your own personal stuff where we can like bring you on in Instagram as a guest and then do your reading or something like that. So that way you're actually like live with us. So a lot of fun things we can do, and I'm excited for that. So if you want to find us, it's at patreon.com/East Valley Paranormal. You can find us there, and like I said, we're just starting to build content on there, but we have a lot of like really fun tiers coming up. So
5, 15, and 30 I think is what they are right now. When we have more to offer, we'll probably offer something larger. Like a tag along on investigation could possibly happen.
So we're excited to get started on that, and obviously still build our YouTube channel. So if you could subscribe to that, because we're almost at 1,000. We're so close.
We're 41, you guys.
We have 41 now.
We've made a strong three person jump in the past 17
We're doing
years.
So good.
Yeah, no, it's
YouTube.
great.
We're killing it. So
crushing it.
Look at Beans just looking at us. Like,
she's so mad.
Like she's so mad.
We opened the door for her.
Her cat's like,
she's so mad. She's like, I am pissed. Here she comes. Yeah, she knows. She fucking knows.
Beans, are you gonna join the live stream?
I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to curse. I'm sorry. Come on, Beanie. Sorry, we didn't invite you to the meeting. You always hog the airtime.
She does.
You do.
She's like, hey, you guys started without me.
Yeah. Like, thank you for. She was not happy.
It was
she kept going here and here.
I saw her over here just staring at us, and I was like kind of trying to ignore her because I was kind of guilty. But then I like looked into the corner of my eye. We have this window right here, and she's literally just like this.
Now
I'm like, it's kind of creepy, actually. I feel like you're stalking me.
What are you doing?
Beanie.
Are you looking at that kitty downstairs?
She's so nice. You should be friends.
No. Don't be friends. Don't be friends with another kitty. I do not need another kitty.
Adopt.
No.
But anyway, thank you guys for joining us today. If you guys ever have any questions, you feel free to message us or shoot us an email. You can go to evpinvestigates.com and you can catch us through there too and like message us through there. There's a bunch of different ways to do that. So, and it's evpinvestigates@gmail.com too if you have any emails you want to send to us. But we would love to do a question and answer, and maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do like a Facebook poll and have like questions. Like people have questions, we'll start doing that, and then that way you can just type your questions and then we'll read them. That sounds like when we have Patreon, we'll be able to do that too, which will be kind of nice. So, if you have any creepy stories you want us to tell or you want to share with our viewers, we'll be more than happy to share those stories too. So, all right, guys, you guys all have a amazing night, and we will talk to you soon.